The comments have spoken, and so has my stomach. You have no idea, my intestines right now, it's like they decided to take up a new profession as opera singers. Do you hear that? Wait, listen. My stomach is cramping and twisting and turning so bad, and no, it is not because of the coffee. But as your resident medical esthetician, happily caffeinated skincare big sister, and fun fact, kind of a music nerd, like I may not know celebrities, but I do know musicians, we are reacting to Beabadoobee's skincare routine.
Hey Vogue, it's Beabadoobee, and I'm gonna run through my skincare routine and my signature makeup look. First thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I splash my face with some cold water. I'm gonna attempt to push my fringe away, and if it doesn't, it's just gonna get wet, and it's, you know what, it's fine.
Fine for her, anxiety provoking for me. It's like one of my pet peeves because, you know, I do my hairs, and you know, if you can walk around with wet hair all day, kudos to you, but it's always a good idea to pull things up so you can get in that scalp line. And speaking of, do you see how I'm breaking out right here? And I have like this psoriasis patch like right here in my bald spot. It's great.
It's like my holy grail on tour. It's called Good Genes by Sunday Riley, and it just like goes into your pores and like kills all the bacteria, and you get a lot of bacteria in your pores on tour.
You get a lot of bacteria in your pores all the time. A lot of people don't know that bacteria, fungi, microbes basically share our bodies with us. They are what makes up our skin's microbiome. But all of that being said, it's when these little microbes go out of whack, if there's too many of some or too little of another, that we can actually have irritation or issues with skin. If we're talking about Cutibacterium acnes, that is literally an acne bacteria that's natural in our skin, but when it overproliferates, we get acne. When we're talking about Demodex mites, it might freak some of us out to know that we have mites that live on our skin all the damn time. Like, you can actually look at someone's mites and see where they came from in human history, like anthropology style. It's pretty intense, but while these little Demodex mites are, you know, hiding and living and doing the dirty inside of your face, literally, some people who have too many of these Demodex mites could be struggling from rosacea. And when we talk about malassezia, aka fungal acne that doesn't actually exist, pityrosporum folliculitis, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Now, when she's speaking about Good Genes, this is a lactic acid treatment that, fun fact, I actually tried on a live stream. They redid the packaging, which is great, but I still think it's ridiculously expensive for a lactic acid serum. It's 122 bucks for some alpha hydroxy acids. Like, please. And mind you, this is the brand that thought that they could exploit acne sufferers by writing fake reviews on Sephora and then got caught in a little slap on the wrist by the FTC. I don't think Sunday Riley is a bad person, and I actually don't think they're a bad skincare brand. They're vegan and cruelty-free, and their formulas are pretty darn good, but not all of their products are, and they are a little bit overpriced. And you know, I'm just a little sassy and a little salty as an acne sufferer who is still actively suffering myself. Hi. And I don't like it when, you know, my acne insecurities are exploited to try to sell products online with fake reviews. So there's that. The ingredients are basically alpha hydroxy acids. We also have some yeast. We have some lemongrass oil, which could be irritating for some. We have some agave. Again, these are not bad ingredients. They're just not worth $122 or even $80. If you want some really great lactic acid products, the Inkey List has one of the most basic ones. The Ordinary also has a really great lactic acid, and if you're looking to spend a little bit more, Paula's Choice has stuff for like $30 and Biossance has some for $60. So you're still saving like, you know, $40 to $60 compared to the Sunday Riley one. Fun fact, guess who is trying out a bunch of the Biossance products as we speak? You have requested, the comments haveth spoken, and my skincare addicted YouTube brain cells have answered. This night serum is going to have a review and like a full-fledged test coming soon, but so far, so good. And I would highly recommend this if you're just trying to spend money on a lactic acid serum.
This like once or twice a week. It is quite strong. I use this moisturizer. It's really good.
That was a $300 moisturizer. That was the Augustini's Butter The Rich Cream, which yes, happens to be vegan and cruelty-free. And has anybody else noticed that their ads are like everywhere? I have not personally tested this product, and for the longest time I wasn't going to, because I'm like, it's $300 of vegan goodness, like it looks good, but it has these proprietary blends and I just don't see why it's $300. Like, give me some lasers, give me a chemical peel. Give me the Dr. Dennis gross LED face mask for that price, which by by the way, has actually happened. Video coming soon. Subscribe! But now that I have been seeing all of these ads and therefore all of the requests, I'm actually wondering if I should buy and try this so that you don't have to. When we look at the ingredients, the main stuff here is water and oil. Again, squalane, avocado, shea butter. All of these are fantastic, but why are they $300? I understand this has some of those alpha hydroxy acids, this has some zinc PCA for oil control, this has some palmityl tripeptide 8 for inflammation and to actually help with the skin and irritation, but I'm just not seeing why it is so expensive. Maybe I have to try it. Maybe there is something truly extraordinary and special about this TFC8 proprietary blend, but I'm kind of smelling some butter bull. I don't know for sure, and it says that it's like 30 years of research and innovation, but does it take 30 years off my face for the 30 times 10, 300 freaking doll hairs that they are charging us? I am so happy if this works for her and if she has the money to do this. She's an amazing artist. If you are not streaming her music, check your motherfucking priorities like Sunscreen and Beabadoobee. Let's talk. I'm glad it works for her. I am just having a hard time swallowing the price, which, can you hear my stomach? Like, are you listening to it? Because it is protesting about this routine just as much as I am.
When I wake up, my skin is usually very puffy, so I use these ice rollers. Now that you've got the moisturizer on your face, it just like makes it easier to like move around. And it's good to keep them in the freezer. The funnest way to do it is to do it in the shape of a heart.
That's actually so cute! I also love making little patterns or shapes on my face when I am doing facial massage on myself or on a client or, you know, aesthetic patient. It is so wonderful, it is so relaxing, and especially if you hit little pressure points, you can de-stress, you can appreciate the anatomy of your beautiful face, and yes, even if it's puffy, there are things you can do. We've actually spoken about what celebrities do to decrease their puffiness, and it goes beyond just these cryotherapy, these cold therapy tools. We're talking face masks, we're talking electric devices, like some celebrities do some fun things, hunty. And we've also got a video on how to depuff your face in the morning. So literally click that, open it in a new tab, and thank me later. Thank her for sharing her skincare routine as well. Her face looks great even if it is puffy. And sometimes that also happens if you do sleep on your face. So one thing you can do is try to train yourself as a back sleeper as long as you don't have sleep apnea and like your neck doesn't collapse on you when you're sleeping, which you should definitely see a doctor about. But Dr. Dre has been using this Sleep and Glow pillow and it like trains you to sleep in a new way. Dr. Dre is just making me buy all of the expensive things, including the hair regrowth helmet. Did I tell you that I fucking got the helmet? This is all Dr. Dre's fault. I hold her 150% accountable. I'm
going on tour and this is very handy. It's the first time we're getting like hotels, so I actually have time to do this. I'm usually on a tour bus and I don't really have a skincare routine. This is great. Like,
I love her! I actually want to see her in concert so bad. That would be so amazing. She is the best 90s music that I've heard since the 90s. Like, have you listened to her? She is great. Like, here comes my inner emo Green Day scene kid teased hair thing that I was back in like 2005, just resurrected through Beabadoobee words. A lot of people don't realize how difficult it is for artists and musicians or people who do travel. And again, it is a luxury to travel in and of itself. So like, I'm not discounting that. But at the same time, it can be hard to stick to a routine. Think about how hard it is to create a new habit or routine already. Now imagine that amplified by living in and waking up in a new town, in a new city, in a new hotel room every single day if you don't have a tour bus. There are things you can do to help build a routine. And fun fact, we already did a video on that as well. But when it comes to travel-friendly skincare, this is actually a really great hack, especially for depuffing. You don't have to like put it in a tiny container to take it on a plane. You can literally just throw it in a fridge anywhere. You can even put it next to a cold water bottle and that can cool it down. This is a really good skincare tool to have on the go. And if you want more travel beauty, if the world has opened up and, you know, the pandemic is no longer keeping us in a panini and it's safe to travel and we're all relaxed and vaxxed and we are traveling again, then fuck yeah, let's do it. Let's do a travel skincare routine. Let me know if you want one and let me know if we should make her like an affordable, maybe even more effective skincare routine. There are a couple things that I am looking at and I'm like, ooh, I would change this one.
I don't wear foundation, so I want to make my skin look as like radiant and glowy as possible. So this oil called Emma Hardy,
I don't know what this skincare oil is, but let's take a look. She is talking about making her skin look radiant and glowy. I didn't even know that she doesn't wear foundation. I wasn't sure if those freckles are real or not. Apparently they are real because she's putting on all this skincare. And then I think she's going to take us through how she creates her faux freckles. I am confusion, but you know, you can take some pesticides and put it in my head if you want to, only if you want to. What I want to do is know what the f is in this oil, because when I click on it, the website doesn't open.
Well, that was ironic. My camera battery fucking died.
But I found the ingredients list. This appears to be a facial oil that is 44 doll hairs, and it does have a good blend of oils, but here's who this is for. People who want oil who don't have sensitive skin. This has lemon, this has citronellol, this has linalool, this has lavender. This probably smells heavenly, and if you like a little sniff sniff, then this will be great, but if you have sensitive skin, this might hurt. I would recommend staying away if you have rosacea or irritation prone or sensitive skin, or if you have fungal acne because of some of the oils in here. Now the oils are sweet almond, we have apricot, olive, black currant, grape oil. Normally I would say buy all of these oils separately and you can actually mix them together yourself, especially because you can find like really good grapeseed oil and really good olive oil. Sometimes even at like Trader Joe's or cosmetic supply stores, you can find it for under 10 bucks. And seeing as this product is $44 for 1 fluid ounce, you're basically paying for the brand and the fragrance. Like you could literally buy all of these oils separately and kind of mix them yourself. And I'm not advocating for DIY, I'm advocating for saving your fucking money. And if you really, really, really want oils and skincare, get oils that are going to work for your skin. The Trader Joe's jojoba is one of my absolute frickin' favorites. Ordinary's bee oil is fantastic and inexpensive. And if you do want to spend a little bit more money, get a squalane oil. They are phenomenal. The Inkey List has some, Puriam has a great one. The frickin' Biossance is every product on squalane steroids. I mean, there are lots of other options that I would personally recommend over than this. She hasn't shared with us what her main skin concerns are. It sounds like she might have combo, potentially even to dry skin based on the moisturizer and the oil that she's using. And actually, if you are going to use a moisturizer and an oil, she's doing this perfectly. She's exfoliating first with a serum, then she's using a nice, thick, rich moisturizer that has good ingredients and then sealing it in with an oil. She's doing a great job. I would just change around some of the products that she's using, especially since I'm a more budget sensitive person. And there are some things that I feel like, you know, if we knew a little bit more about her skin type, we could get a little more bang for our buck.
My skin used to be way worse, but I just kind of come to the conclusion that if you just let your skin breathe, and if you've got like a few spots, you just gotta let them out. When I had really bad skin in sixth form, I used to do so much shit on my skin just to like make it go better, but weirdly enough, it just like made it worse. And I think I have this habit of just like touching my face a lot when my hands are dirty, and it's just, I think that makes such a big difference.
Me! Oh wow, I love that she mentions all of this because yes, touching your face, which I do all day, can definitely spread dirt, oil, bacteria, or even clog some pores, which can inevitably lead to acne. And she's not actually wrong. A lot of people who have acne and don't have someone that they can trust or don't understand ingredients lists or don't have someone they can go to, they just reach for whatever is sold to them or whatever a celebrity is pushing, right? And if they grab onto that and it doesn't work for their skin, it can actually make the problem worse. And imagine trying something one day, trying it for 3 or 4 days, then stopping and switching to something else that's maybe an acid, then switching over to tretinoin or switching over to like a natural essential oil-based thing. If you're switching all these things, your face can't get used to any of them, and it really can start to freak out and get even more irritated and therefore create more inflammation and unfortunately more oil, all of which can lead to more acne. Or they can even lead to like eruptions or pimples that look like acne that aren't, especially if you're someone who has like rosacea, or if you are prone to pityrosporum folliculitis / malassezia folliculitis, which is not actually fungal acne because fungal acne doesn't exist, but you know, it is this condition that a lot of people think is acne, and it can flare up if you're trying new products that are actually feeding that yeast on your skin. And don't forget the fucking Demodex mites. They're still there chilling in your pores waiting for you to go to sleep. They're ready to fuck up your face, literally.
When I'm on tour and when I'm traveling, my skin does get really sensitive, but what really acts up are my lips. My lips are just like so sensitive, and the air conditioning on the tour bus just like fucks them up like so bad. I got recommended this lip.
Did Vogue just say fuck? Did Vogue just say fuck? Oh, I love this. Oh, well, of course I'm subscribed, but this is what I subscribed for. A realistic beauty routine, a badass, beautiful babe, and some swear words. This is what I subscribed for. Is this what you subscribed for?
I got recommended this lip balm. I hate when it looks like shiny and glossy. This is matte and it's great.
Ooh, this is interesting. We actually did both a TikTok and an Instagram reel talking about why lip balms feel so addictive and how they can actually lead to a form of cheilitis and lead to your lips peeling more, which keeps you in this constant loop and constant cycle of having to reapply and reapply and reapply. This actually appears that she is using a skin ointment, but yes, she is using it on the lips. I have personally not used this on the lips, but Dr. Shireen Idris actually loves this as an ointment. This is homéoplasmine. That's how it's pronounced in French, to the best of my abilities, because parlez-vous français? No, but I would like to try, and I would love to learn if any of you beautiful butterflies wants to engage in a French conversation with me. This specifically has paraffin, this has calendula, and this has boric acid. Really basic ingredients. It's fragrance free. This one says that it has a dewy finish. The one that they linked to does not. So I don't know. She literally just said that it was mattifying for her. I don't know how that works, but if it is helping with her dry, chapped lips, I am so glad, because most lip balms just lead you in that perpetual cycle. There are specifically 3, but a couple of lip balms that I actually like that don't leave you in that cycle. Look for something that is fragrance and dye free. And then preferably, if you can, try to get something that has SPF for a little extra protection.
When I put the lip balm on, it almost acts like a lubricant to scrub my lips. Then I put this on again after, just so I can be like extra moisturized.
Wait, I'm so confused. Did she put it on just to take it off to put it back on? Okay.
Now I'm gonna move on to my makeup. I didn't do anything to my eyebrows.
You have beautiful eyebrows, but holy guacamole, where's the sunscreen? I see MAC, I see some foundations. Girl, I hope you are staying in a tour bus with no windows all day and coming out to sing and make music at night, because there is not a sunscreen in this routine. And honey, SPF is your BFF. We got oil formulas, we got mineral formulas, we got foundation formulas, and we got Target prices. Why is there no sunscreen? There are so many things that I would change about this routine, and shockingly, it's not the fact that she doesn't wash her face in the morning, because I and Dr. Dre actually don't always wash our faces in the morning either, other than just a splash of cold water, which is what she do, Beabadoobee. And if you are not listening to her music, I would highly recommend take tips from her music, but preferably not from her skincare routine. On our skincare routine scale, based on the price, based on the products, this isn't a detrimental routine by any means, but I would only give this like a 4. It feels like a lot of these products don't really work well together. I don't really understand how they are meeting her needs. She obviously looks stunning. She's like one of those people that just wakes up and doesn't need skincare. Whatever it's doing, it's working for her. And I'm glad that she's not breaking out anymore. But knowing that she has more breakout prone skin, I would change up that lactic acid for maybe even something that has a little bit of salicylic. I would go for a less expensive, more hydrating moisturizer. I would get maybe a pure squalane oil, and boy, would I be throwing a sunscreen into this routine. SPF is your BFF, babies. So, stream her music, smash the button, you know where it is, wave to the little Demodex mites on your face, and in the description I will leave a couple of recommendations that I would love to see her incorporate into her routine. But you know what? This also goes to show that like if it works for you, damn, like she is glowing, she is gorgeous. It's so difficult because I don't endorse this routine, but like she looks fucking great when she uses it. Overall, always remember to reapply that SPF or put one in your damn routine if you don't have it already. Let's please petition Vogue to add more swear words to their content, and I cannot wait to see you beautiful butterflies in this next video. Love you guys. Bye. Oh, and tell my stomach to shut the fuck up. All right, American Idol called. They do not want my intestines as a contestant. Thank you.